My name is David Sebastián López Restrepo. I'm a Colombian artist and curator based in Copenhagen, Denmark. And this is an event that I have been organizing for the last 5 months. This is indeed the fifth edition of Ephemera. And during these 5 months, we have had so many great artists from many different places, and they have brought their amazing work to this platform. They have shared with us their amazing perspectives of performance art and life and conflict, gender, equality, so many things we have heard from them. And after the performances happened, we also had the opportunity to lead some kind of conversations with those artists. I'm pretty glad of these 5 months of work and sharing with the audience and with new artists I didn't knew from before. Uh, this is the fifth and probably the last ephemera of this season. We're gonna finish this with two fantastic artists. The first one is Alexandra Holownia, and the second one, aka Murta. Uh, Alexandra is a multimedia artist and performer. She is from Poland, from Stresznia. Sorry for my pronunciation. Uh, but she currently lives and works in Berlin, in Germany. She's graduate of the Fine Art Academy in Warsaw, in Poland, and in the University of Arts in Berlin. In 1999, she was a curator at Køkk Gallery, Avery Fisher Hall, Lincoln Center in New York City, in the US, and curator of Kulturbahnhof Kassel in Germany. In 2002, she was the curator of the artistic project Art Tours in Berlin in Friedrichshain, sponsored by the Culture Department of the City of Berlin. In 2004, uh, she did her artistic project Two Nights, sponsored by the Culture Department of the City of Berlin. From 2008 to 2011, she taught performance at the The Academy Actors School in Berlin. From 2015 to 17, she played in the performances of the French choreographer Jérôme Bell at the How First Theater in Berlin. And since 2017, she has been cooperating with the British organization Filia. She also has an artistic cooperation with Erin Ginsburg Fringe Art Fair in New York City and Miami. And since 2014, she has been working as an independent performance artist all over the world. Uh, I'm pretty glad to have her. I had a conversation with her in these previous days, and she also had told me some stories about her work here in Copenhagen and her amazing experience here in Copenhagen that we might speak about before the two performances we have today. We're gonna hold a small conversation with the artist, and you, audience, you can put in the chat, in the comments, wherever you want, question about the practice of the artist and so on. With no more words from my side, I would like to say hello to Alexandra Holownia. I will step aside and I will give this stage to her. Thank you so much and enjoy Alexandra Holownia performance.
Momentje, let's go. So there's something happened to me. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alexandra. That was the performance from Alexandra Holownia. Now, I would like to thank and say if you can wait until the whole event is done, we will have our next performance by Murta, who apparently left the backstage. But after the second performance, we're gonna have a conversation. So, Alexandra, I hope you will stay with us for a little longer so we can ask you and make a really nice conversation with you. And if the audience have something to say to the artist, they can write in the comment section in our Facebook Live, and I will put your questions in the live so the artist can read it and can answer to you. Now, I would like to present the next artist. Uh, Murta is a performance artist from Chile. I had the pleasure of working with her not so long ago. Actually, recently, we were part of a project called Voice One, led by the Friends of Transit Station Broadcasting, Performance Art Calls, and Pequeño Evento de Performance Art, PEPA. So this is like these are projects led by friends and performance artists who are really talented. But this specifically uh, was with Murta from Chile, with Isabel Leon from Spain, and Lara Salmon from United States. So you can actually find that in the broadcasting platform called Transit Station Broadcasting. You can find our work there or in their Instagram sites. Um, and I might put something in our Instagram too about that project. But I would like to introduce you Murta. She sent me a long biography, but I will choose one part of this biography that was written by a curator called Gabriela Eduarda Aguilera from Madrid, Spain. And I will quote her by reading this small text she wrote about Murta. Fortunately, vertigo is only given to those who know how to fly. It happened that as Karen evolved in the orderly and codified world of classical dance, something not only terrifying and beautiful, but definitive crossed her path. A revelation from which she did not want or could not return, and that prompted her to create poetic and dark universes in which she would enter clad in singular and insolent costumes. Murta had been born. However, something would prevail from the careful aesthetics, from the rigor of classical dance in these provocative and dream-like universes that Murta proposes to us today. We like that. We like the precision and meticulous narrative of her work. Opposing forces intersect in Murta's creations. However, there is no struggle but a superposition of realities that live harmoniously in their contradiction. This is a short test I actually loved about her work. Uh, and right now we're gonna have her performance. Murta, are you ready? I think she's getting ready. Um, okay, while she's getting ready, I would like to talk about this specific platform. This Ephemera was born 5 months ago as an attempt to bring artists together and share their knowledge and their perspectives about performance art. Now we have Murta back, and I'm gonna introduce her. Thank you so much, Murta, for your input to this project. I will give you the stage right now. That was the powerful performance of Murta. Thank you so much. Wow, such images. um, Almost without words. From here, from Copenhagen, I would like to send big hugs to Murta in the other side of the world. And very close to Alexandra Holownia. I will bring Alexandra to the streaming, and I will let Murta, if you want to clean or something before we had the conversation, you do it. You have 5 minutes if you want to be ready for the conversation. It's okay for you? Yeah, cool. So, hello, Alexandra.
Yes. Yeah. Hello.
First, thank you so much for your performance. Thank you for being part of our project. Um, I I like very much your images. I was watching your portfolio, and I must say the composition of your images are it's spectacular. The colors you use and the way you put images on the space you work with. Um, I would like to know because there is something like a connection between your work and the work of Murta, which we had today, and it's the use of other objects like costumes, like things that you add to your body in order to make those compositions. Do you want to speak a little bit about how and why you choose those elements in your performances?
Yes. So it's a beginning because I will study stage design. And stage design by in Warsaw by Polish famous director, but also a stage designer, and he created. I don't know how to say in English, outdoor theater. This some kind of theater which one person is have a hand over story, over costume, over stage design, director, and also music. So one all is in hand of one person. It was very experimental. Of course, it is other way as like a institution theater because it's institutional theater working other. So the students coming from visual art and I was one of them. Then I was making stage design and created a spectacle for Ulysses, James Joyce in Warsaw. And it was idea in this time which I develop and use to this also today because it was a costume which actors can use it, but also independent sculpture and object and visual art you can also show it and all coming in together but on the way of visual art. And then in this institutional theater the actors they don't. I was working with dancer and pantomime and much more with dance theater, but this dancer, they want to show a body, how the body beautiful is. And no one won't convince to put some costume on. So I start to playing alone and I was invited in Germany to one festival, which I playing alone and then starting to develop this idea, costume sculpture. And also this woman subject coming for me to me a little bit later, like I recognized that maybe my drawing and my other creativity coming always of this woman, of this sexual object, this woman sexuality. So I going back to this Ulysses and created sculpture and starting with performance exactly very deeply 2016 in Zurich and Manifesta 11 with Alexandra fly dance. So I also use a movement. It is not dancing, it is a movement. And it was from this time I get much more always people which was interested of this kind of performance and invite me. So it is going since 2016 very good for me. And it is why sculpture, movement, and person, it is other kind of performance, like performer make this art and science. That is, you have as a conceptual performer, where the performance making very slow motion and standing and drinking and using some natural elements. But in me is always created a sculpture and provocate sculpture and so on. I was going across Europe with this Vagina project in some art fair, travel from city to city to and show this in big exhibition, like a guerrilla performance first time, and it was in Miami, in Basel, London, Paris. Copenhagen. I was also in this Vagina project, but it was the subject was other, because I sent you this. This Lars von Trier, his director from Denmark. He after this Cannes, he make some statement in film festival Cannes, which was not very. Not very good for his image, because he was showing that he admire some Nazi architects, Speer, and so on. And then, of course, he was throwing out, or he was going away, and want to repair his image and make some experimental movies with where he invite some artists. And he chose some artists, he giving some subject. Of course, one of subjects was also Speer, architect. He not going away from the statement, by the way. Mm-hmm. And then Gauguin, Ulysses, and Speer architecture. And then, because I'm Ulysses, this Ulysses is my life subject, so I make this open call, and he chose my project. So I coming to this his experimental film. It is named Gesamt, and will have premiere in also Denmark, Kunsthal, then had Gothenburg, then had Zurich, not this. Of this experimental film festival in Schweiz, and some festivals. But anyway, it was other movies like he usually make. This how it was. How we make conversation. Locarno Festival in Schweiz. Locarno. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I'm adding to the conversation Murta. Murta, hello. Can you connect your camera, please? Hello, and thank you so much.
Hello, Alexandra.
I'm very glad you did it, and you show me this really good interest for our project, and I'm pretty glad you performed here today. I've worked with you before, like virtually, as our times are forcing us to work lately. But I'm pretty glad that I'm sharing stage with you again, and I would like to ask the same question I just asked to Alexandra, and it's about the usage of costumes and other elements that you. Basically, I found this kind of similarity between your works, and is the usage of costumes and things. Do you would like to speak about it?
Sorry, my English is not so good, but I try. I will try, okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Well, Alexandra, I think that we are connected with this. Absolutely. Yeah, it's like a wedding, I think. It's beautiful. Similar. I like very much to do this. I like your work very much, Alexandra, and also your work is like from the choreography. It's costume too. I think we use these things every time. I'm a dancer.
I know.
And this is beautiful.
Yeah, I like both of you. They come from like very related disciplines of arts, no? Like the stage design and dance choreographer, and it's very interesting how the paths of the performance brought us together. I would like to ask Murta, how did you found performance in your life? How did you change, or how
Yes.
your career as a performance artist started after being a dancer?
Yeah, I am a dancer now too, but I have a pair of friends. I have a friends that they are performers, and for me, it's naturally. I work with my body like a dancer, and the performance too work with this body. The body is very important. That for me is naturally the performance. I know my body. I have to do everything with my body, and in the performance, the artists say that the body is the work. So for me, it's interesting. I am architect too. For me, the aesthetic is very important. I like the colors, and in the performance, I like to do these beautiful things, terrible and beautiful things. I like, but for me, it's very natural. The performance I like very much is, I think the humanity is passed through about me. ¿Cómo se dice? Pasa a través de mí.
Yeah,
Help me, please.
yeah, across me
Across.
or through me.
Through me, yeah, or the humanity, the problems, everything. I'm good. I'm happy, but the humanity tell me some things, and I have to do these things. I have to show this. And performance for me is very intensive. It's how to say ritual.
Ritualistic.
Yeah, it's a ritualistic. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
intense.
for some reason, we come from very troubled places.
Yes.
We have been passing through like really big processes of revolution, pretty
Latin America.
recent. 2012 it was, no, the beginning of this movement in
2012,
Chile,
yes, in Chile.
2012.
No, 2019.
Yeah, on the 19 it was pretty strong, and we also started in 2019, but then the pandemic stopped us a little bit, but now it's kind of rebuilding. And despite we are not, I mean, at least me, I'm not close there. I'm still present, and I'm still do performances to talk about the situation back in my country. And
You are
after
from Colombia, no?
I am from Colombia, yes. And
Colombia is now
it's very troubled. But
troubled.
every time I finish a performance, I feel like drained.
Yeah.
It's like the energy, all the energy we put on the performance, and uh, it drained actually our energy. But it's a way to know that we are doing what we need to do, um, which is very important.
Yes.
And Alexandra, I will I would like to know also, how did you start doing performance? How was this process from the stage design to performance art?
Performance. Yes, I just make this Ulysses. As Ulysses with 22 dancers. I was stage design, and the choreographer makes this Ulysses with my pieces, and they have the conflict. Just the dancer. It was amazing idea where the dancer don't want to have costume of his body because they want to show his body. So I make some dancer which I was. This was my friends, and we go to gallery and we show it at small place for with 3 people. Just like I have this imagine, this vision, and it was really very good. And then I start also playing with. But if I was living in communistic country in Warsaw, and I have get invitation with this Ulysses with this performance to Kassel to Germany, and I get a visum, but my dancer going get a visum after festival, so they're coming later. So the ticket was selling, and I don't know what to do, because they must go. You must go. Is anyway what's happened. You must make this performance. So I try with this professor which invited me, and he was playing. And then I getting me always. Then I mood. I cannot do. You can do it. You can do it. And then I do it, and was going. So I start to make performance, and was quite okay. But now I have break, and I have a child, and so on. And then I coming really to performance back in 2007. And making 2000 with this art figure. So I going all over the Europe, and then I start to make performance, early performance, very strong after 2016, after this Manifesta Cabaret Voltaire in Zurich. And then I enjoy it and make it, no, just making me pleasure. Yeah.
Well, it's
I have
kind
a
of
question from Alexandra.
Yeah.
But I think that your costume is or aesthetic is a little bit Latino American.
No, I have a scholarship in Mexico, and I love
Okay.
this culture. But maybe this costume what I created for this performance, because the mix. I prepare also one other performance for Serbia, and was taking this mix with this all. But actually, I'm interested with this. I like this culture. I like this culture, and I have also scholarship in Chile, but I cannot go because of Corona. So I write you in Valparaiso. So yeah,
Yes.
so I will go there. It is Corona. I saw maybe it will be possible end of this year to coming to Valparaiso, because now we cannot. It is not so happy time in Germany. I don't know how it will be later with this develop. If we can go or not go, because of vaccine, all depends. No? I don't know. But I get this scholarship, and first my plan was to be April 2020. Yes, this year in April. But I cannot come, and I plan. I have some friends also, and some directors, film movies, which was working in Berlin and from Santiago de Chile. Yeah. So we can maybe we meet as
well, Murta is coming to Europe.
Yes, can come to me. It's welcome.
No.
Yeah, very
Where?
welcome to Berlin.
You are.
I'm living in Berlin. Yeah.
I will go to Austria in June.
In June? Yes, now in June. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Not so. Austria. Yeah. Which city? To Vienna?
Salzburg. My husband is from Austria.
Salzburg is on the border now. Yeah.
Yeah, very close.
Very close.
Yeah, we must organize something, Nat, and take advantage that we are together in the same continent. And it's actually very close. Copenhagen is close to Berlin.
Copenhagen is very close.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah.
Yes,
I know there is a very good gallery for performance. There is a gallery for performance in Hanover.
In Hanover. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we might organize something. I would like to do another question, which is really important for me right now, according with the situation we are living in, which is everything, all the cultural activities have been moved to online environments. It was forced, and we managed to keep our activities going. We managed to keep creating and everything, but there's so many limitations and borders we can't, or we haven't explored. But also some gainings, like we cannot travel, but we can communicate through online platforms. And that means, for example, artists like me, for example, that I don't receive easily a visa to go to the United States, or in my own experience, I couldn't go to Canada 2 years ago because I didn't receive my visa. But then the online platforms allow artists from everywhere in the world to interact with artists from the the main centers of art. But there is one limitation, and it's the interaction, which is very important for performance artists because we use our bodies as material, as and also as way to create. Yeah, and for us, at least for me, the interaction with the audience is very important. How do you think, or how is your personal approach to this relation between the audience and the artist using online platforms? Can you do it first, Murta?
Yes, I am an artist from the stage. The stage for me is very important. The applause.
Mhm.
Yes, it's very very important. The energy. I feel the energy with the people who watch this my act. But I think these things, the online or we for me is an opportunity to explore something different like video. I think that the performance and video is interesting too. How we can do different things. The performance, I know the performance is the important is the presence is alive, but I think that how do you say mezclar
Mixture or
mixture
mix.
mix mix um, the movies with the performance is for me interesting too.
Mhm.
From the
Okay.
movie things, the videos is something. Is the opportunity. Is I think for me it's like that.
Mhm. What do you think, Alexandra?
Also, I think that a performance on the stage or an open space when you have contact with public that gives this energy, and this energy is really you need it. You need it. You appreciated this contact with the people, and by online by video, it is other dimension. It is other performance because I also like to have a video from performance, but it is video, it is movie, this is some
Yeah.
other medium, yeah,
So,
and yeah, it is on different medium. Also, this online exhibition, like you have many galleries making this online viewing from exhibition, and this is not live. You cannot touch it. Yeah, you cannot coming to artists and speak with the artist. I cannot make this guerrilla performance. For example, some people, some Russian performance was specialized to make going between performer or between speech from important people, and it is provocate, but this provocation is not possible in for example in Zoom or in online, because you, if someone speaks some shit or want to that you go put him out, and you go very brave, very nice, yeah, with your conversation. I thought this life is maybe better, but we have a new era. We must looking what we can do with this online, how it is going. No?
yeah.
Yeah.
I found, for example, that there's platforms that allow more interaction than others. This one, for example, is like One Direction. I would say it's a one direction relation. So we can interact here, the people who is part of the broadcasting, but the audience only have one way of input, which is the comments that nobody's using right now. Remember, you can use the comments area to ask questions to the artist. But for example, Zoom is a little bit more open in terms of interaction, and you can have like a real-time video interaction with the audience, which maybe can take us closer to this um, relation, interaction. I'm talking about that because I'm pretty much into relational art, and for me, it's very important the public in front of me eating or sharing the things I'm doing. that's very important and is such a limitation in terms of online performance. But I do believe that it is possible to make performance in online platforms despite this limitation of the physical presence. Yes, because we can still make the audience do things in the other side of the screen, make them part of the actions, and maybe this is like my main question of performance art during this era of virtual uh, enforcement, I would say. So I think if you have also questions between you two, you can also do it. Otherwise, I would like also thank
No, yes, I
to
want to.
yeah.
¿Cómo tú dices que yo quiero apretar esas tetas que tiene Alexandra? Please.
Okay, it's something like I want to grab those boobs of Alexandra.
Yes.
What are they made of,
Alexandra.
Alexandra?
What?
The boobs of your costumes of your costume.
I want to like. No,
You wanna grab it?
I don't understand what is one part of costume. Yeah, I use it.
Yeah.
No.
Beautiful.
Yeah, what was the question? What was the question?
No, there was no question. She was saying just that she want to grab
Crap.
the boobs
Yes.
you have in your
Yeah.
costume.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a very good costume, yes.
Yes.
And yeah, now I see like a difference, no? Like you are using right now like a very big costume and a lot of things, while Murta, even though she had some kind of making up a costume, you ended up working with the material in your body, and now it's kind of part and it's getting dry on your body. It's very different, but both of them is like adding things to your costumes for performing. Um,
I think it's similar. The color, something.
yeah,
It's,
yeah,
for me, it's like a wedding. I am. How do you say novio?
yeah.
Oh, novia. I don't know.
Bride, novia is
Bride.
bride,
Yeah. Bride. Yeah. Alexandra is a bride.
yeah.
With this.
Today. No, I'm.
Yes.
Ah, yeah.
Really? I haven't.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, both of you, Alexandra and Murta.
Thank you.
Murta, can we say your name, your real name, or you
My
want to
name is
stay
Karen.
Karen? Okay.
Murta.
Nice.
Murta is a
It's a fruit, no?
it's a fruit. Yeah.
So
It's a fruit.
yeah, I actually had that question because I was murtas. We ate murtas back in Colombia because the
Yeah.
murtas grow everywhere in yeah. So when
In
you go for a
Colombia. Yeah.
hike, you find these small fruits everywhere. So maybe it's not
Oh, what is
specifically the same. The
Yes.
earthquakes of Chile.
Yeah. Come on, Chile. Wow.
Yeah.
We can meet in Austria maybe.
Hmm.
Okay.
So you took the name from those fruits, those berries.
Those berries, murtas or
Murtas.
calafate? Murtas.
Yeah. You
Yes.
took your
Yeah,
name.
my name is from Murta. Yes, from these fruits. Yes.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. It's I'm work with the garden too. Like a paisajismo.
Yeah.
How do you say paisajismo? I don't
That
know.
would be something like landscape design.
Yes. Yes.
You studied
When
architecture, no?
Yes.
So yeah, in that field would be landscape design.
Landscape design. Okay. When I make a garden, in the garden, I always put this plant, this murta, in every garden. It's my symbol.
Yeah, okay. That's nice. Very good. Do you want to say something to close these presentations, Alexandra?
No, yes, I want to say thank you to you, and I'm very honored and appreciated to have possibility to prepare something, to show something, to get a connection to you, and I'm very happy to see Murta today, and yes, I'm thank you so much. So this is all.
Thanks to you for sharing your work with us. What about you, Murta? Do you have any
Thank you.
last words?
I'm very happy to know Alexandra. Well, we have to meet
In one performance.
and I'm very happy. And for me, special. It's very special. Their performance, I think, is connected.
Yeah. Well, also India.
And it's beautiful. It's a good day.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, both of you, for sharing your work, and I hope to see you soon in real life and work with you again.
Yeah.
Alexandra, I will let you know when I'm in Berlin. I might go pretty soon too. I would like to make a couple of
Yeah,
things there.
welcome. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm working a project and I will be traveling Europe in a
Yeah.
couple of months.
In Hanover you will be, or you will be in Berlin?
I will be in Berlin and Halle.
Where do you live? Where
I
do you
live in
live?
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen. Yeah. Okay. I
Okay.
don't know Copenhagen.
It's a nice city.
I have been in Berlin, but not in Copenhagen.
Okay,
Never.
if you
Nice
come
city.
to Europe, you are more than welcome to come here. We can find places to perform for sure. Uh, well, I think this is all for today. This was our fifth Ephemera, and sadly is the last one from this season. We're gonna stop for a while organizing this event. We might come back soon, maybe in a couple of months, maybe more. But now we need to focus on other projects that are coming. So thank you so much, Murta. Thank you, Alexandra, for being part and for sharing your work. I hope you
Thank
have
you.
a nice experience today.
Gracias.
Yes.
Bye bye and
Hello,
have
bye bye.
Thank you.
yeah,
Bye.
bye. Thank you so much.
Ciao,
Ciao,
ciao.
ciao.
Ciao. Thank you so much, all of you, the people who was part of this live streaming. It's very important to have you in our project. I hope you to invite your friends for our next projects and remember to visit our Instagram page and visit the sites and Instagram from Alexandra and Murta. I will put them on the streaming comments in Facebook so you can visit them. And that's all. That was our last ephemera of this season. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a nice day.